Welcome to the latest episode of The Traveling Golfer. But this episode begins at the end. El Faro Viejo, the old lighthouse. Built in 1905, it marks the southernmost tip of the Baja Peninsula in Mexico. To the east, the Sea of Cortez. To the west, the Pacific Ocean. And to the south, absolutely no land, all the way to Antarctica. Many centuries ago, early explorers came to this region in search of the lost cities of gold. They never found any. However, just recently, the gold arrived in terms of the Golden Bear. Jack Nicklaus, the architect who created Quivira, this magnificent windswept golf course and residential community, along with the hotels that make this a paradise for golf and vacation. You'll see it all on this episode of The Traveling Golfer.
This lager comes from a place that's been brewing beer for longer than anyone else in America, where men and women have crafted amber gold in the caves below since before refrigeration. It comes from Yuengling, America's oldest brewery, and brings with it all the know-how that doing the thing well for nearly 200 years affords. Yuengling Traditional Lager. Respect. It's earned.
Every once in a while, people get to work in paradise. Antonio Renante, director of golf here at Quivira, works in paradise. Congratulations to you to have a job in such an idyllic setting.
Thank you very much, Tony. Good to having you here.
Well, thank you. Antonio, a native of Mexico, you went to golf management school in California.
That's right.
And then you found yourself here at Quivira with a growing project that keeps getting better every day.
That's right. This is a great company that at some point realized that they need golf in order to boost their products.
And of course, Jack Nicklaus golf. That's not just any golf. Jack Nicklaus signature golf really is something special.
And especially with this very unique design, in which makes you feel that you just played 3 different courses in the desert, in the dunes, on the cliff, which is pretty outstanding.
Yeah. And he has a few trademarks. One, his attention to drainage is incredible. Not as necessary here because of the sand base. There's natural drainage.
Right.
Second is, in his early days, he had very difficult green sites, hard to hit. They were on diagonals. He's become older, gentler, and I think the green sites are easier to hit here. But the one thing that has dominated all the years, generous tee shot landing areas. In all of this wind, that's a good idea, Quivira.
It is a good idea, and actually it could be very tough if you played it from the tips, and especially that it is not a very long golf course. I mean, 7,100 yards. It's pretty fair, especially with the new equipment, which actually launched the ball longer than the old days. But with the wind and the layout itself being tough, a lot of elements like native areas, waste bunkers, a lot of sand, hard to play from it.
Antonio, first step onto the golf course. Golfer is met with the largest bunker I've ever seen, the one that goes all the way along this
Right.
massive beach and sort of surrounds the golf course. But inside the golf course, surprisingly small number of bunkers, only 40 bunkers on the course.
That's right, Tony. We don't have a lot of bunkers in the course, but what you lack in number, you have it inside, because the waste bunkers are amazing, very, very huge. This is a golf course that really could be very tough, and you can make your own mix. When the wind is blowing so hard, we tell people to play the up tees, and it's working out very well for the golfers, and they can make their own setup if they want.
Now, one thing that is remarkable here, and the golfer understands right away, is the elevation change on this property. 275 feet of elevation change on the golf property alone. That's one of the more dramatic sites in the world. I know of one that's 400. I've seen others that are 200. 275 is really a lot of change. Number one, that presents a lot of challenge for the golfer to handle that.
Oh, sure.
But what a challenge it presented Jack Nicklaus to build a golf course on it.
Right, and actually that number 5 took the team good 8 months to build one hole.
Wow. I can understand why. That's really something special. Number 5 is a dramatic hole. But in the routing of the golf course, to get it around the mountain on one side, on the other, you play part of the course on the Sea of Cortez, another part of it looking at the Pacific Ocean. I don't know of many places in the world you can do that.
Yeah, I know that. It's just unbelievable.
And then, of course, there's a dramatic effect on 18 of returning to the ocean and the beach right in front of you. Another reminder that you're surrounded by the beach.
Right, which is beautiful. I mean, these 3 closing holes, 16, 17 and 18, are just one of the most beautiful closing holes I've ever played. You don't get bored of this course. Yeah. If you play it in the morning and then you play it in the evening, the colors are going to change with the sunset. If it's cloudy, it looks really beautiful. If it's sunny, it looks beautiful as well. I mean, the water gets so clear and the blue so intense that it's just a pleasure to be here.
Speaking of that water, at a certain time of the year, Quivira attracts something other than just golfers to the property.
Talking about the whales?
Yes.
Right.
Some visitors that come in from the great north. The whales that come in here from, I understand, from like November to April?
That's it. I mean, February, yeah, March, April, and they're gone then. It is very special to have in the scenery of the golf course whales coming off the water, and I mean, another season of the year you can have the boats out there. So it's really a very nice background to just delight your sight while you're playing the game.
Gray whales and humpback whales, I understand, come to this area. And you can see them from as close as the clubhouse or all throughout the golf course.
Yeah, all throughout the golf course.
Breaching.
Yeah, I mean, they are all over the ocean. I mean, all over this part of the ocean. So there is no place or spot in which you can see the water that you're gonna miss them, and you can actually distinguish them coming off the water. It's just something unbelievable.
Amazing. On the golf course, in case you get bored with fabulous golf, in case you get bored with watching the whales, in case you just get too tired, a really unique feature of Quivira is the comfort stations all around the golf course. I was so comfortable by the time I finished here. It was amazing. You have 4 comfort stations, which are like halfway houses, except
sure,
there are many more than halfway.
Yeah, don't forget that this golf course is owned by Pueblo Bonito, and the core of the company, it's service, food and beverage, and outstanding food and outstanding drinks, just happiness for the customers. So the comfort stations were built to bring or offer the golfers the same experience as they have it at the hotels.
And it starts right from the very beginning.
Yes, sir.
At the driving range.
Absolutely.
A little taste of something to get started. And then when you go out on the course, there's actually 2 of the comfort stations that are manned with cooks and chefs, and you can get a full lunch if you want.
That's it.
A little bit of special Pueblo Bonito hospitality here at Quivira, an experience you'll never forget. And not a bad part of the experience, our director of golf, Antonio Renante.
Thank you very much, Tony.
Featuring tour-inspired design and performance, the all-new Exotics EX9 Tour Hybrid caters to players who seek workability, trajectory, and distance control from their hybrid play. Tour Edge engineers created a smaller, pear-shaped head style to produce less spin and a more penetrating trajectory. The EX9 Tour Hybrid utilizes the Exotics Slipstream sole, which has been redesigned for the hybrid's smaller club head. Shorter waves from front to back dramatically reduce the amount of turf interaction, resulting in a full-speed, explosive impact. The Tour Hybrid's design features a brand new titanium faceplate, which is combo brazed to a heavier hypersteel body. To experience the power and performance of the Exotics EX9 Tour Hybrid, visit touredge.com to find a retailer near you.
The worst part about this golf course is trying to tear your attention away from the views so you can concentrate on hitting a golf shot. Even practice at Quivira is spectacular. The putting green and the driving range right on the Pacific Ocean, and that driving range is large scale, just as the windswept golf course at Quivira is large scale. Number 3 at Quivira, as is the trend in a lot of modern architectural circles, a drivable par 4. But the slightest miss can find a lot of trouble. Even though number 8 is only 318 yards from the blue tees, uphill and into the wind, it could play as one of the longer par 4s on this devilish golf course. Not only is the unrelenting wind at Quivira reminiscent of golf in the British Isles, but Mr. Nicholas even threw in a pot bunker. There are long holes at Quivira, and there are short holes, like the 100-yard 13th hole. But don't let short fool you into thinking that means easy. If you saw the movie Troy with Brad Pitt, well, this isn't quite Greece, but on these beaches is where they shot the movie showing the Trojan fleet invading the shores right behind the green here at Quivira. At Quivira, one of the most important pieces of equipment in your bag is the yardage book. On this hole, number 14, a risk-reward hole, it could help you if you decide to take the risk option, pull the driver out of your bag, and maybe you'll have a chance at making a birdie. The spectacular finish at Quivira begins with 2 canyon holes, 16 and 17. Tee shots slightly left or right will funnel back into the fairway. Number 18 returns to the sea, but the entire golf course is so close that salt content in the water and the air becomes critical. Nicholas chose a paspalum grass that is salt resistant and seeded the course wall to wall. It makes for healthier turf conditions, but a little advantage for the golfer. In the rough, you can get a good lie. We're at the marina in Cabo San Lucas. This is where all of the water adventures begin in this area, and nobody does it better than Cabo Adventures. Maria Inez Brito, Marketing Director for Cabo Adventures, tell us what fun we can have on this playground here.
We have the luxury day and sunset sailing that you can go in the morning during the day sailing, and you can have a lot of fun exploring the wonders of the ocean. You have the scooters, the paddle boards, the kayaks, a lot of fun for families. We also have the flyboard, the new water sport activity. So we can offer a great variety of different activities to explore the ocean of the Sea of Cortez.
And just in case we have somebody who is a little bit afraid of the water, you have activities on land too?
Yes, we have the best activities also in land, like the Outback and Camel Safari. Do you know we have camels here in Cabo? We also have the mountain bike for those that like more physical activity. We have the zip line.
There you have it. Whether by land or by sea, you can find even more adventure in Cabo thanks to Cabo Adventures. Mizraim Corpus, General Manager of Pacifica Hotel Pueblo Bonito here in Mexico, part of a group of 4 wonderful hotels in the Cabo San Lucas region. You have different levels and different sizes of hotels.
We have the Pueblo Bonito Pacifica for adults. So this is a very, very exclusive hotel.
And this is an all-inclusive property.
It is a luxury hotel since it has been awarded along with 3 other of the Pueblo Bonito hotels by Condé Nast as the Reader's Choice hotels.
Again, this is luxury all-inclusive. That's different. It has little things like 24-hour room service and, of course, very high-end restaurants.
Yes, we put a lot of attention in the detail, and the purpose here is for our guests not to feel that they are walking in towards all-inclusive hotel. Everything is a la carte.
There's the Sunset Beach, but then there are 2 hotels right in downtown Cabo San Lucas where there's a lot of action.
Yes, you can be isolated on the Pacific side, which we are right now, but also you can have the option to go to the Medano Beach, which is the main beach here in Cabo San Lucas, where we have 2 hotels, one right next to each other. And a lot of people tend to go there because it's where all the action is, all the activities, the water skiing, the parasailing, everything goes on in the Medano Beach side.
You're very lucky here at Pacifica because the golf course is right next door. So am I right in calling this the golf hotel?
This is the golf hotel, and you have the advantage, as you say, we are neighbors to the wonderful Quivira Golf Course, which is one of the best golf courses internationally. And of course, not all the women play golf. Since this is a couples hotel, we have one of the best spas in Latin America here in Pueblo Bonito Pacifica.
And the pool is magnificent. There's more different things to do at this pool than I've seen at most other pools.
Yes, we have two different pools, and what makes it special is all the amenities around the pool. Our pool concierge, we put in the wow factor. Every couple of hours we cater our guests with surprise dishes. It all depends on the time of the day.
And let's not miss the swim up pool bar. Traveling Golfer did make a couple of visits there.
If you want to feel like outside of the hotel, but inside the hotel, we have some beautiful beach beds set up right in front of the ocean.
Great place for a nap. They swing a little bit.
The ocean that we have here in front of our pools is the Pacific Ocean. But since we're on the tip of the peninsula, on the other side of the peninsula where the other Pueblo Bonito hotels are, we have the Medano Beach. So everything changes there. You can swim up in the ocean, no problems, comparison to the waves that we have crashing here in front of our hotel.
Spectacular to watch, but maybe a little too rough.
Exactly. You don't want to take a dive there.
Yeah. And for those who want to try to be stars during the day on the golf course and stars at night with all the action in town, it's easy from Pacifica Hotel.
We are just 5 minutes away from downtown, where you will find the Sammy Hager Cabo Wabo, worldwide known. You also have the Squid Row, which is a must visit when you come to Cabo San Lucas. So there's plenty of options for our visitors here.
And lots of shopping too.
For sure. Right at the marina, we have a big mall, the Paraíso Mall, and you will have all the brands that you can imagine there. Souvenirs and everything to take back from Cabo San Lucas back home.
We're with Jose Luis Mogollon, the Chief Development Officer for this amazing property, Quivira. We're talking golf, hotel, and residential. You're a very busy man.
Yes, fortunately, yes I am. We have Copala, which is a condominium development here in Quivira, and it has been highly successful, probably one of the most successful projects here in Cabo. We began another project called Coronado. Coronado is a single-family, one-story home community. All of them have amazing ocean views, and Coronado is not the exception, and those complement other products that we already have on property. For example, we have Nova Hispania. Nova Hispania is a fractional program that is recognized as probably one of the best in the world. And with that and our hotel properties, we believe that we offer pretty much everything that you could want when you want to come enjoy our great golf course or anything else here in Cabo for that matter.
People can come, visit, vacation, live here in an idyllic setting. It's a beautiful day on the water in the region of Los Cabos. The Sea of Cortez in front of us, Cabo San Lucas behind us, and it's tough to say goodbye to this region. The traveling golfer has enjoyed the land activities on the golf course and the sea activities here with all of you. Hope you enjoyed it too. Come back for the next episode of The Traveling Golfer.
Tony Leodora's golf wardrobe, courtesy of Antigua, the leader in modern golf apparel. Tour Edge is the official equipment sponsor of The Traveling Golfer.